biblical. They played this at my birth, by the way.
Is this
And Beryl begat Ethan, and so it shall be that he came up with a weekly podcast, and nay, a daily podcast, forsooth, 70 years he did this show, much to the amusement of the people, until he freed them. And then he joined the army, apparently. Whoops, that was a sudden turn in the music, wasn't it? Hello, everyone, it's Ethan McKinley. It's the 2-Minute Terminator. It's episode 28, and we are going from minutes 54 to 56. The bookends of this show as we get drummed in by the US Marines. This one's for you, Spaldner. Starts with Michael Papajohn crawling away like the rapist worm that he is. And it ends with Moon Bloodgood trying yet again for another play for Sam Worthington's robot, or is it Human Heart? We don't know, but there we go. Ellie, our lovely co-host, is on the other end of the line.
Hello.
Let's just dial it back there a little bit. And I bid thee welcome to the show, everyone. I'm Ethan McKinley. Ellie Fitzgerald is...
Here.
Or, yes, she is her. And she is here. Here. And this is the 2-Minute Terminator. Hit the music.
Howdy, stranger.
Don't say howdy, stranger, to me.
You didn't do the fourth.
Thank God. It sucked. It sucked.
Hi, everyone. Yes, we are back. It's episode 28. I'm Ethan McKinley. She's Ellie Fitzgerald. And we are talking about the Terminator.
Where was the music from?
The music is actually from The Abyss.
Oh, bugger.
It's Alan Silvestri.
Really sounded like the music from Ben-Hur.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you could argue it's from any kind of like pseudo-biblical epic.
You do.
And it kind of is, I guess, isn't it? It's like man meeting God, whatever.
What do you think of Ben-Hur? I love that film.
I've not seen it for years. Charlton Heston's dead now.
I was going to say, he's one of your favourite actors.
I don't like Charlton Heston. He's
what?
terrible.
He's Soylent Green.
Soylent
Without
Green
Charlton,
is people.
well, who even would you be? Soylent Green is made out of people. It's the hand. Anyway, I think I should warn you, listeners, I haven't made any notes. I'm going al fresco on this bad boy. However, I watched the 2 minutes in utter disgust. So I don't know how much I'm actually going to be able to bring to this show.
Utter disgust?
This is, yeah. Moonface is made out of people.
Anyway, as you can hear from the music in the background, it's very Predator, because it's obviously an action score from Alan Silvestri, who just borrows liberally from the last score he actually did, so they all sound the bloody same. He did Back to the Future, Predator, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, The Abyss, he did The Avengers, and he's going to do Avengers Infinity War.
Chris Waddle.
But now we have actually kicked in with a score, we can dial you back there, Alan. And there we go. So, Ellie.
Yes.
You have some issues with this clip. I certainly have some issues with this clip.
So first of all, my first question is, we have Goodfella. No,
Goodfella?
Papa John. Not Goodfella.
Papa John. No, you're thinking of pizzas.
I was. But Papa John's is a pizza place.
Well, you know what? Yeah, to our international listeners, we have, maybe you have it in America, but we have Goodfellas pizzas. You make them at home, basically. It's a pre-made pizza in a box. You sling it in the oven. Hey, what are you doing? Get out of here with you. Well, that's John Travolta. He wouldn't eat pizza.
I was going to say, what the fuck?
Hey, Sandy, have you got a pizza
It's like
for
John
me?
Travolta, does Guido.
Have you got a pizza
It's like
for
John
me?
Travolta and Andrew Dice Clay had a baby.
Well, Andrew Dice Clay's career started with him doing Travolta impressions.
Shut up.
And because his kind of caricature of Travolta got so Guido-y, the Dice Man was born, and that actually became the... He basically did...
Oh my god, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he did impressions of other people, basically.
Ayo.
But because that got so extreme, he kind of created this inadvertently this character called the Dice Man, and that actually kind of took over as the most popular part of his act. So eventually he just flew solo and became the Dice Man.
The Dice Clay.
Well, his real name's Andrew Silverstein, so he's a Jew.
He is a Jew.
But yeah,
That's why he can get away with saying the things that he does. It's like South Park. Trey Parker and Matt Stone, Jews. Sacha Baron Cohen, Ali G, Jew.
Do you think that's it, honey?
If you're a Jew, you run the world, my friend. Anyway.
Have you been hanging out with Mel Gibson today?
Dude, the Jews run the world.
Hey, sugar tits, the Jews run everything.
They do. That's not opinion. It's fact. You look at the music industry. Look at the movie industry. Look at the media.
All right, Ellie. Explain Steven Spielberg, a lovely traditional Italian name.
Spielberg.
Yeah.
That's a Jewish name.
All right, forget him. What about Sid Sheinberg, who ran Universal Studios?
Sheinberg. Anything Berg. Anything gold. Anything green. Anything like Winehouse. Like she was Jewish.
What about Harvey Weinstein from the Weinstein? Oh.
Anything like that.
All right, let me think. Woody Allen, he's not a Jew.
He's a Jew.
What? No.
Woody Allen's a Jew.
Okay.
Look at him. Look at her.
Look at her.
Look at her.
Joel Silver, the guy that made the Lethal Weapon films.
Dude, anything gold or silver, that's the trade.
All
that's
right,
what they used to do.
all right. Let's go for comedy. Jackie Mason. That's Mason. That's not a Jewish name. Jackie Mason.
I'll have to have a look at him.
Jackie Mason.
Honestly, my Jewdar is just incredible. I can sniff out a Jew from like 1,000 miles.
Ben Newton. Where were you during the war?
Oh God, he's the biggest Jew of all.
I couldn't sell it to you cheaper if you were my own mother.
I think that when you first did that, that was what really cemented our friendship. I was like, oh my God, the Jew. That's great.
If you want to really see it in full flux, get Ben Hopper to say it. It's amazing.
You've had Ben Hopper say that?
Yeah, I'm constantly Jewing on Ben Hopper.
See? Ben Hopper, Jew. Lovely
Real
bloke.
name, Ofer Benin.
I think Ben Hopper sounds better. Actually, he shouldn't have changed his name, because what? Does that mean that he's ashamed of his heritage?
I assumed.
Sick of the persecution.
Well, no, because I think Asian people do this. They kind of... They don't ever
Adopt
tell...
a Western name.
They don't tell Guai Lo their kind of real name. They just call themselves like Barry Han, and you're like, "What's your real name, Barry Han?" He goes like, "Oh, she talked to you, Han." You're like, oh, okay.
AKA Ben Newton.
You're like, I could pronounce that. What are you talking about? But you don't give us enough credit. You don't give the Westerns enough credit.
You can barely pronounce our listeners' names. So...
Dude, I can barely pronounce the font of the thing I'm reading.
Ethan can barely string a sentence together. But he looks good doing it, and that's what's important.
But anyway, this is the post-rape scene. They cut in on Moon Bloodgood's action.
Oh, good. No.
What?
Fuck, Papa John. I won't say good fella again. He's cowering on the floor. She shoots, but does she actually hit him, or does she miss him on purpose? I couldn't quite get that.
I thought she shot him in the leg.
I thought she shot him in the dick.
No, she shoots him. Hang on. Here we go. Boom. Yeah, she shoots him through the top of the thigh, the right thigh, his right thigh.
His right thigh. That sounds like a punk band.
Now, I'm assuming this is a fate worse than death, but now he's just been left with a wounded leg to kind of fend for himself. So he's either going to get picked up by TerMInators or not. You may as well shoot him.
I was going to say, why not just kill him?
A fate worse than death. That's pretty bad.
Being a feminist. I would have thought that it'd be much better to just kill him, because he's obviously a bit of a bad egg. You don't want to leave him lying around. What if there's other women around? Where's her sisterhood now?
Well, you know what? I think she's just more upset that they cart blocked her.
Massively.
Now they're out of the way.
She is such a slut, which is further confirmed in this scene.
Now they're out of the way. You know what? The Moon Bloodgood, who looks very similar to a lady I dated, and you know who she is, don't you, Ellie? Don't say her name. But
oh God!
Moon
you really think she looks like that?
Character Blair Williams' technique is very similar to Emma W, who I dated.
Oh no! I didn't think you meant her. She doesn't look like her.
She kind of does. She's like the tall.
What? I thought she looked more like... I can't say names. It rhymes with Paskia.
You think she looks more like Paskia?
Yeah.
I think she looks more like Emma
Binter.
Webber. Ginter, yeah.
No.
Well, I went out with her, so I'm pretty confirmed. She's
Well, why would happen to so I win this one? This is true. No, your ex is way more beautiful. She's like one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen.
Oh no, she's better than this chick, but I'm just saying she's kind of in the wheelhouse of that genre of chick.
Ah, okay.
Sorry, private jokes, everyone. This show is for you as well. Right, John Connor basically asks Blair Williams, how's the leg? And she says, I'll live. In Terminator 2 Judgment Day at the mental hospital, the T-800 shoots the security guard in the leg and says he'll live. Obviously, that's not a piece of trivia from this clip, but it will come in the next 2 or 3 episodes. I messed it up. I'm sorry. However, that again...
It wouldn't be the show if you didn't do it.
Well, I mean, it's a call forward to I'm doing a call forward to the clip on a call back to the line they're doing from a previous film. Saved.
It's like the Terminator timescale. Basically.
It really is.
You're being consistent.
Oh, yeah. The timelines are skewed on this podcast as the actual timeline in the Terminator films.
Ethan's like a method actor. He really has to get into the frame of mind of what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
So Ethan has actually time travelled. He's gone backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards.
Well, we would
Sure, it's made his hairline recede a little bit, but...
What?
It means... It's fine. You've got lovely hair. I'm joking.
Yeah, the way it starts past your ears.
Dude, you've got awesome hair. I love your hair. I wish you wore it down more.
I nearly shaved it off yesterday.
All of it?
Yeah, like down to a grade 1.
Oh my god, Ethan's doing a Britney. What's wrong, Ethan?
I don't know.
Stop the show.
I just
What's
feel a bit
happened?
lost. I think we haven't even started the show yet. I just felt like doing it. I thought, because I'm like working out now, I may as well go for this like brawnier look, or like a Schindler's List with muscles.
Did you want to look any more like your fucking ex's shags?
No, but I've had like long hair for like nearly 7 years now. I think I've just felt
Okay, shave your head, dude.
Okay.
Do it.
Yeah, no. Blair Williams' seduction technique again. This guy could have just snuck back around and just killed both of them.
Easily.
What if you had a pile of guns lying around?
This is my point. They should have iced this deadbeat.
Trunk full of guns.
No, I definitely would have shot him in the dick.
Oh, is that what the feminists do?
Well, no, but if a dude tried to rape me, the place I'd shoot him would be in the dick. I'd be like, well, you're never going to rape anyone else.
Yeah,
That's not even killing him. I guess it is. That is definitely a fate worse than death.
They can fix that shit now.
Can they?
Yeah.
Dude, you've seen some of the surgeries.
But no.
It's like someone's thrown a nail bomb in there.
Blair Williams' seduction technique in this, she's really onto this dude. She's like definitely wants her man, doesn't she? And like I said, it reminds me of a certain someone. Like the first time we went out, it was just blatantly obvious that we were an item from like as soon as the door opened on prom night. And she's very much acting like that. It's very I think if a guy was being this pushy, he'd be called I don't know, a harasser.
Well, I had an experience with a guy who was being kind of pushy, and then I got fucking labelled as the bad person, and I led that person on. It's like, hang on one hot minute. I met this person once properly. You know who this person is. And then the next minute I started getting abusive messages being like, oh, what have you been saying? I was like, hang on a second. You're the one that was just like hounding me and like giving me stress when I've literally met you once. And I'm not interested in you in that way at all. Anyway, I digress. So yeah, I definitely would have shot Goodfella in the dick. I don't care that his name isn't Goodfella, but that's what I'm calling him. And then we go to the scene by the fire, of course, and she's making all these really shit passes, and she's just like, oh, I'm feeling really cold. And Marcus just looks at her, and there's this huge gap between them, and he just doesn't move, which I think is great.
Willow, I'm really cold.
Just makes her do all the work. And then she fucking gets under his arm, and she's just like, this is just for body warmth. And then she goes, you've got such a strong heartbeat. It's like, oh, God. Just punch this bitch. What would you have done in that scenario? Would you have fed the pony? Would you have put your arm round and gone for a boob squeeze?
Oh, do you know me? I'm trying to find my way out of this stereotype of being a complete pervert, but absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, why not? It's low-hanging fruit. It's free lunch. Although, in the new climate that we now live in, where you have to kind of like get pre-consent written down on both your parts before you have sex, because we've sucked all the life out of any kind of weird sexual encounter now, the feminists. I would be concerned, because I'd be like, what is this woman's agenda? She's like bared kind of a bit of side boob at me. I've asked her if she was okay before. She's got, don't touch me, and push me away, and now she's coming on to me, so she's obviously a bit of a psychopath. I mean, the sex probably will be amazing because she's one of those crazy girls, and I love crazy girls, but you might wake up with your dick in a fucking jam jar next to you, waking up in the desert. She's like, look what I found in the rubbish. I found a jar and I thought I'd put your willy in it.
Do you love crazy girls?
Yes. Posh girls and crazy girls, always the best.
Why?
Because, like... Oh, by the way, I'd just like to point out, which I've just noticed. It's not raining in this scene when Marcus approaches Papa John when he's scrabbling away on the ground. When Blair Williams shoots him in the leg and he's like restraining herself, when it cuts back to Sam Worthington, for half a millisecond when she throws Papa Johnny's bag, yeah, it's raining.
It's raining again.
And then it stops for like 2 seconds.
And also, his face is really wet and hers is completely dry.
I wonder what they've been up to.
But she's just been thrown, like, into the mud and stuff, so she'd be covered in shit.
Yeah, I know.
But she's not.
Here's Alan Silvestri borrowing liberally just from Back to the Future and now from Predator, if you can hear it.
All I can hear is... It's like you've let cockroaches run across your computer.
I actually have. I need to clean this room. No, crazy girls and posh girls.
Yeah, but why? You still haven't told me why.
Crazy girls because... if they're a bit bitey and argumentative, generally the sex is better because that the same craziness that could cut your throat at a minute is what adds to the frisson and the passion. Posh girls, on the other hand, they're different in the sense that because they've grown up kind of having everything they want and by their own rules, they're not kind of bound by the same thing that working class girls perhaps are. So they tend to be more kind of crazier and sluttier because they're obviously connected to the people that make the rules, and all the people that tell us how to live in this country are all like having blood drinking, Satan worshipping, child murder rituals. Helped by Jimmy Savile. So any kind of satellite constellation of like well-to-dos around that kind of like evil cloud of blackness, of course the sex is going to be amazing. Thanks for intonating my words there, Alan Silvestri.
So, if there are any crazy or posh bitches out there that need a pony feeding, Ethan's your man.
Yeah, you just need to get the Chiltern Railways train to Birmingham, England, and then change at Snow Hill, and then get another 20 minutes train.
Heath.
And then I can pick you up in my mum's car. I hope this won't affect our session. Ellie's wet already. Ellie's thinking of buying a ticket right now. If anyone did hear the inaudible pop just under the mic, just slightly below your hearing level, that were the pussies slamming shut of various female listeners to the show. Oh, there's Ellie's.
Yeah, it's a bit cavernous, soz. What else can you really say about this clip?
Well, I could say I apologise to the listeners. I think next time we're going to do some prep.
But this is what I mean. Well, what really can we discuss in this scene? The dude gets shot in the leg.
I'm going to give you.
And then she's desperately trying to seduce Marcus. What do you think is going through Marcus's head right now? Can he get penis? Can he get penis? Can he get blood in his penis? Could he actually, lay this woman? And if he is a man, why hasn't he laid this woman? Like you say, it's slow hanging fruit. Why isn't Wayne Rooney shagging Moonface right now?
Why isn't
in front of the fire as well? It's so romantic. They're in the desert. He's just saved her. He's the knight in shining armor. No?
She's very forward, this girl. I mean, this wouldn't be for a man. This would not be acceptable for a man to do this. So why she can just get under his arm and start lying on him, I have no idea.
Because women aren't threatening.
As for the robot thing, I don't know. Maybe he doesn't have any kind of worry or sex drive. He has woken up in, like I said, a post-apocalyptic future. The last thing on your mind would be like cracking one off with some like not Native American hoo-ha. Sorry, First Nations person.
But that's why I asked you, what would you do? But you,
well,
without a thought, you were like, oh yeah, no, I'd definitely be fucking.
Oh yeah, for sure. I do the old Goodfellas thing.
Even think of all the bugs outside though.
No, I just do the Goodfellas, the Joe Pesci move from Goodfellas, where you just like unzip your fly and just get the back of her head and go.
What does she throw back into Papa John's lap?
I'm assuming that's his kind of stuff.
But I don't get that.
Yeah,
the dude's just tried to rape you.
Well,
Why
she's
give him
showing
back his
mercy
things?
because she's the better
Why
person.
give him back his rape kit?
Take your dildos. Take your lube.
They don't need lube, Evan. They're wet and good to go.
They're 18 years old.
Oh, Evan, I'm so glad you brought your spermicidal lube.
I know what it is. It's her first aid kit.
She gave him her first aid kit.
Yeah, because she's showing mercy. She's a good guy. If she hurts him, she's no.
Women are the worst.
If she hurts him, she's no better than the rapist.
Dude, women are the worst for that. They act massively on emotion. They're irrational creatures.
I know. Well, she did shoot him in
dead.
the leg.
He'd be dead, and then she'd force feed him her first aid kit. You want my first aid kit, so you're fucking out. Actually, I'd just ram it straight up his jacksy.
She'd probably squeeze one of her flaccid bosoms into his face and green milk would
come
shoot
on,
out of it.
dude. As much as I dislike this chick, her tits were not flaccid. She's
like
got a decent body. She's got, all right face if you're into that kind of thing.
Is she better than you?
Yes.
Oh wow. So why are you selling her so short?
Oh, how am I selling her short? I said she's hot.
You're like, she's all right. She's got a decent face. She's got a decent body.
Yeah, but I'm not really into that kind of chick, though.
Yeah.
You know the kind of girls I'm into.
What's that? Gold splats.
White.
Wow.
It's just my preference.
You've had no other. Oh God, this is such a shit episode. Well, let's just go for it. You've got no other experience to the latter though, or the alternative. So
yes, I have.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Who's foaming?
Me is the only. Oh God, I don't even know what word to use. Asian chick that I've ever actually found attractive. But yeah, I've diddled with Mia. She's fucking hot.
You can't. Well, a little bit, not really.
Oh right, okay, I see what you mean. Well, aside from scissoring, I don't know what more you can actually do with a chick.
Ask her to make dinner for you. Would you like a cock up, Ellie?
God, cock up.
In order to test the signal interruption working on the fields, John and one of his guys supposedly or purposely attract a hunter-killer on the night with an explosion. This is from way off in the distance of episodes. This is from near the end of the film. I'm sorry. But I'll start again. In order to test the signal interruption, which they tried on the Snake Terminator earlier, they're going to try it on a Flying HK in a later episode. This is a preview, another preview. John Connor and one of his guys purposely attract a hunter-killer, the flying kind, on a night with an explosion. Now, the scenes are shot from the front and rear of the duo in waiting. It's obvious by the light and shadows from the sun that the front shots are filmed in the day and altered to appear like they were filmed at night to fit in with the scene.
How much did they spend on making this film?
I will tell you now. I think I wrote the budget down at the start of my notes. Hang on.
This is the bit that I don't understand.
All right, Ellie, you ready? This is actually quite shocking. The budget for Terminator Salvation, and I literally have no idea where the money went, was £200 million.
Oh my.
Dollars.
God. Well, my point to be was, the amount of money that they spend on these films, how can there even be cock-ups? You'd think it would be absolutely perfect. I don't understand how there's so much room for error. And some seriously glaring errors. It's like, What? You know, even James Cameron's like victim of it. It's just like, you guys, like, you're amazing directors, and yet you still.
Well, James Cameron didn't make this. Do you want to know what the most expensive films ever made are?
Star Wars.
No, I will tell you.
Oh, please do.
The most expensive film ever made, Ellie, and the budget for this was $378 million.
Avatar.
$378 million in 2011 was Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides.
Do you know what? Never watched that. Do you know why? Because Keira Knightley's in it.
She's not in on
fucking hate
Stranger
that one.
Tides. Stranger Tides is the fourth film. That's Penelope Cruz.
Oh, she's hot.
The second most expensive film ever made is Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End with Keira Knightley from 2007. That was $300 million. Now, that was nearly 10 years ago. So that's, what, $400 million now?
Bloody hell. And Amber Heard's going to get some of that.
The third, indeed. That's why he threw his fucking phone at her. Avengers Age of Ultron is at number 3 at $270
I'm Jack Sparrow, you...
million. The fourth most expensive film is 2012's John Carter, which was one of the biggest bombs of all time. Tangled, that cost $260 million. That's at number 5. Spider-Man 3 is at number 6 for $258 million. Now, here we go, Ellie. Let's go again. Let's just skip down now. Captain America, Civil War was $250 million. Was that worth it?
Sorry.
All right, she didn't hear that. Doesn't matter. I'll move on to the next one. Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice also cost $250 million. Spectre cost $245 million. Avatar, here we go, number 12, $237 million.
Whoa.
But well worth it because it changed cinema forever, ever.
Is that one of your favourite films?
I don't know because you can't really say.
Oh, no, it's yours and Sophie's film.
Yeah, no, but you can't really say, like, that's your favourite film. I think most people's favourite films are things they watch when they're kids because it has the most impact on you. You obviously, as you're a kid, you kind of absorb information differently and you watch things on repeat.
And you don't notice the cock-ups.
Well, not even that, but I think Avatar had, like, it was one of the most effective films I've ever seen in a cinema. It felt, it was a great film to watch and stuff, and it's really good and it's multi-layered and I really like it.
Will you go and see the second one with her?
Probably not.
Oh, you should.
Why?
Because it's like your thing.
It was a thing when we were a thing.
Aww.
No, she'll probably just go and see it with some other boy.
Some other boy. No, she'll probably contact you and be like, oh, I couldn't possibly see with anyone else. And then she'll cry through the whole film. Then slap you around the face, throw popcorn at you, and then just run out.
And I'll be scarred for another 5 years.
Yeah.
Yay.
Sorry.
That's all right. Well, we've made a week.
Are there no more cock-ups?
No. And it wasn't even a cock-up from this clip. And you made no notes. And all we could say was, oh, why didn't she kill the rapist? And I can't believe how badly she's coming onto this dude.
Well, what else happens in this scene?
Well, nothing. I think it's a bit ham-fisted, but the filmmakers are clearly trying to get some bond between them. So when, like...
I think it's also to kind of bring in a female audience. They always do that. Oh, give the chicks some romance. That's what they want.
Yeah, but the women don't like strong females now. They want different kind of strong... A woman who can handle herself physically and fly an aeroplane and stuff, they're not happy with that, apparently.
No, of course they're not. They never are.
But I don't know what other role you'd have, because women fill roles in cinema in various things. Yeah, so I don't know. I will say this, the filmmakers, I think, it's a ham-fisted attempt at trying to connect those two, so when the kind of like the twist happens, when it's discovered that he's a robot, they have to have enough of a bond between them, so she like helps him escape, spoilers, and they kind of, she kind of gets torn with kind of like, oh god, I really liked him, and he's more human than the actual people. I just want my forms filled out.
Soylent Green is made out of people.
So yeah, no, I don't know, Ellie. It's
I don't know. What I do know is for the next show, I'm definitely making notes. I'm never doing alfresco ever again.
You did okay another time previously, but another thing is like starting fires attracts HKs. I know I put this in the clip now also because they're just starting a fire and chilling. That would attract a flying Terminator.
Yeah, but she's cold, man.
But the Terminator.
And Marcus is clearly not giving up any of his clothes to her. He seems quite reticent.
Skynet using like global defense satellites would see like heat spots and they'd be investigated. Like if you go to a national park in America and you start a fire, you get like fined, and they're like, "Oh, well, how did you know how to fire?" They're like, "Because we've got satellite pictures scanning the area constantly. We look for heat spots, look for a triangulation, then we like assign a ranger to come out to that grid reference and tell you off and issue a fine."
What if they saw heat spots when they went down there? Actually, it was Sasquatch. Dude, weirder things have happened.
I don't know. I mean, I'm really getting a bit torn on old Sasquatchy now.
I can't. I think it's just because you're getting older. You're just losing faith in everything.
No, but like we've had trail cam pictures now. The trail cams are like hunting cameras.
Dude, I honestly don't think you would ever be able to capture any of it because it's a magical creature, dude.
It's not magical. It would be flesh and blood, but it's just like no one has ever seen anything. And the best footage is the Patterson-Gimlin film from the 1960s.
Yeah, because humans are stupid and clumsy.
And Roger Patterson hired the freaking camera with a fucking check that bounced. I don't know. It's just, and like David Paulides has not come up with anything. There's been no new real evidence. The Bigfoot DNA project, which was all set to go,
you're just a doubting Thomas. You have to have tangible evidence to believe something.
It's not that. It's just, I think doing the podcast that I do, and I'm not including the Bigfoot episode in this, but like, as you get to interview and meet these people, there are a lot of fucking loonburgers that write in the comments or do this, and it's just like...
It's like people saying that aliens aren't real.
Because there's so many crazy people out there who will just fucking make up a story because they're full of shit or they just want a friend or they want to have something to talk about. You can't trust anything. So yeah, I don't know about Bigfoot anymore.
Doubting Thomas, man. I can't believe you turned your back on Bigfoot. Well, I haven't. Bigfoot, Sasquatch, got you back, man. I believe.
Bigfoot, I'm going to have to turn my back on you. No.
Ding, 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 ding. You didn't like Mighty Boosh, did you?
I liked the aspects of it. And to be fair, that's the best thing they or he has ever done. I mean, separately, Noel Fielding really isn't funny at all.
No, it's all about the other guy. He's the one that writes it all.
How he does a live show and thinks that passes for entertainment and charges people for it, I have no idea. But
and charges people for it.
Well, it is. It's just like, I wouldn't be happy with doing that as a show. It's ridiculous.
You do this show.
Yeah, but this is free.
True.
This is a podcast, so we're actually losing money.
Which is why we need people to follow, like, support, write in. Just get involved. Let's build some bridges, man. Let's connect.
Speaking on that subject, everyone wants to tune into the Joe Moffat Show, one of our strongest supporters who retweets everything that I do for both Questionable and 2 Minute TerMINator. And I think he listens. Hi, Joe, if you are. Thank you. I think he's left a lovely surprise on the iTunes store.
Does he work in a butter factory?
He doesn't.
Have you ever heard that?
No.
Hi, my name's Joe, and I work in a butter factory. Got a wife, 2 kids.
Ellie.
One day the boss said, yeah.
We don't need corporate team building songs, thank you. You don't work in an office anymore, you don't have to prove anything to me.
That's not what it was. Something I assumed when I was a kid. But you'll have to find out how that ends on the next episode.
Well, I think Joe's left a review for us, so I'm just checking, basically.
Oh, amazing. We did actually, we had someone comment on a picture, and it was, which was the best...
We've not received enough ratings to justify... Okay, forget it.
So you have to get a certain amount of ratings to be able to see what they've said?
Yeah, I think he has left something. Jesus, how bad are things with... There's no, like...
Leave only footsteps and memories. No, what was it? Leave only footsteps and take only memories. God, how lame is that?
Oh my God.
Anyway, it's dead air. Let's just call it a day. We'll look at the review on the next episode. Ethan's actually going to be working now, solidly, like a black, for the next few days, uptown. However, you've been releasing
Well, no,
these...
this would have been last week now, so you're actually selling old information to them. I'd just like to say sorry to the listeners. We will do better for the next episode.
It's fine, dude. We can't be amazing on every single one. I've listened to many podcasts, and they're not always, like, doing an amazing job. That's what happens when you do a podcast every single day. Shit happens. Don't be so hard on yourself.
Why?
Because it's fun. It's just a bit of fun. You're not being judged on it. You're not being graded on it. You're not going to be not picked for the football team. We've got loyal supporters, dude. We've done many shit shows and they're still listening. It's a shit business.
This is a shit show.
It's not a shit show. Right, anyway, we're going to stop this now before Ethan starts crying on air because that's going to get embarrassing. Where can people find the show, Ethan?
For the no listeners, it's on the Facebook page, 2 Minute Terminator. You can find us on Twitter at 2 Minute Terminator. You can watch the video insert clip version of this show on YouTube at 2 Minute Terminator. If you'd like to leave a review or a 5-star review on iTunes, please do leave it for us. We'd love to see it. See, people have been doing this, but I can't find the reviews now, Ellie. It's really weird. And if you click on ratings and reviews, it says we have not received enough ratings to display an average for this podcast.
What?
That's pretty bad.
That is, but no, that's ridiculous. They should just show you when someone's left a review.
I know. But what are you going to do?
Damn you. But yes, please do leave reviews, because apparently we need more to get an average.
Leave a review. Anyway, we'll let the Heavenly Angels play us out as I bid thee farewell. Hasta la
Sleep
vista.
well, listeners. Baby.
Do some research, Ellie.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut up if you can't take a joke.
You are trashing my scene.
Shut the fuck up, would you? Shut the fuck up. Shut up if you can't take a joke.
And I ain't walking on this set if you're still hired.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut up if you can't take a joke.
I'm fucking serious.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut up if you can't take a joke.
You are trashing my scene. What don't you fucking understand? 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 Oh, fucking kick your fucking ass. What don't you fucking understand? Oh, fucking kick your fucking ass. What don't you fucking understand? Oh, fucking kick your fucking ass. What don't you fucking understand? Oh, fucking kick your fucking ass. Seriously, man, you and me, we're fucking done professionally. Fucking ass.